Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardcore Heroes. You guys are in town. You've got your ship's pilot, Rhonda. You've got Darf, the warrior, and you've got a longboat.
Yeah, Neil. Is the belladonna I bought before still good, or is that like withered away and
It's
done?
probably a little withered away, yeah.
All right, I'll go buy some more belladonna then.
Okay.
I just need you only need like a very small amount of belladonna, so I imagine it's fairly cheap. I don't remember how much I paid last time.
I'm sure Rohanna has some.
But I'll just get like 5 sprigs of the stuff. How much is that?
It should be... Belladonna. It's also known as what?
I don't know. You just need like a small amount of belladonna. I don't think it's called anything else.
It's not under herbs and plant specimens.
I don't think you had a list for it.
Oh, well then
time.
let's just say it's a silver a piece.
Sure.
It's reasonable.
Works. Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone said wolfsbane. Is that what it's called now?
I don't think so.
Yes,
I think,
wolves.
isn't wolfsbane like what you use to injure wolves?
I think wolfsbane and belladonna are the same thing.
Let me check the monstrous manual. If that's the case, I'll ask if wolfsbane can be used to like injure a werewolf.
No, a deadly nightshade is belladonna. There we go.
Oh shit, that's a poison, right? That's like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
you only take a sprit, like a small amount.
Mm-hmm.
It specifies in the thing that you just take like a tiny amount of the stuff, and then has a 25% chance or something of stopping it.
I wonder if that's set in legend that like nightshade was used to fend off werewolves in real life.
Oh.
Obviously not in real life, because
Well, you know, history. The
although not one person that ever at Deadly Nightshade became a werewolf.
that's true.
So there you go.
That's a good point.
All right. So I gather the dogs, Neil. Equip their armor. And I think back to how my last dog died. And it was fighting a were-rat.
It was.
He was not an armored dog though.
He was not even really a war dog. He was more just
A dog.
a dog. Yeah.
You just killed Scooby. The show ended there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scooby was looking for work in between seasons.
He's not going to be... These dogs aren't going to be much good against a werewolf, though. Unless I can get some sort of silver-plated mouth guard now.
No.
No, that's a joke. Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. So, are you guys ready to head upriver?
I am.
Yep, I think so.
Okay. Just getting our river overlays looking good. Not have one. Okay. So, off you head upriver. It
Get in the
is,
boat.
as I said, a hot and muggy day. The river gives you some nice cool refreshment. You can splash some water on yourself if it gets a little too hot. You do spot throughout the river plenty of gators. Gators everywhere.
How big are they, though? They're not like... Gators are the small ones, right?
Relatively small, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's an alligator.
Dorf, keep your eyes out for this tree.
8 to 11 feet on average.
Okay, so pretty big.
Yeah.
Darf,
Mm-hmm.
you're a trained fighter, right?
I'd like to think so.
Here, and I hand him my longbow and the silver sheaf arrows.
Mhm.
And I say, in the event that it is some sort of lycanthrope we were dealing with, your weapon won't be any good.
He nods. Silver, right? That's what you got to get for a werewolf?
Yep, those arrows are made of silver.
Okay.
So he has 17 silver sheaf arrows. Be careful firing into melee with those, by the way. I'd rather not take one in the back.
Yeah, I get you. Don't shoot at friends.
And Van, for the record, if we see a woman tied up to a tree, I'm just going to blow the shit out of it.
Well, fuck it, fine. I don't know who would tie a woman to a tree in the wilderness anyway, so I think that might be the most prudent course of action, Malachi.
Yes. It's not worth the risk.
All right, you guys are going to have to row because this boat doesn't have a sail. But I think between two of you rowing and Rhonda piloting, you guys should be fine.
I will not row if it can be avoided.
I think it can be. You're the weakest of the people on the boat.
Dorf is definitely rowing the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't really bring anything else.
I've got 16 strength, so I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Rhonda should be AC 12 plus whatever her dex bonus gives her, by the way.
Right. Because we are doing ascending AC because it makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much fun as it was to have like just the frustrated pause every single time we got into combat, and it was like, I rolled this, and you go, you hit!
What's your THAC-O? Huh. Okay.
So, this boat's pretty long right now. I kicked back. I am stretched out in the boat, sunning it up.
There's not a lot of sun. The river's not that big.
There's just like really hot, but
Yeah.
not that much sun.
The river's not as big as the background would imply right now, but it's, you know, a nice big river, maybe 100 feet wide at this point. So quite large, but, you know, not ginormous. And you guys are going upriver. Let's see if you guys encounter anything along your way.
And before something drags one of us into the water.
Alright.
Shouldn't be too bad.
You guys are paddling upriver, and can I get... I should put this thing.
Perception?
No, it's fine. You guys, as you're coming around a bend in the river, you see what looks to be a group of goblins ahead of you. They are bathing in the river and kind of like washing their clothes and hanging them out on some rocks. You guys have some coverage from some low trees that kind of hang over the water, and you can like see under them, but they're maybe 100 yards from you, so you doubt that they can see you.
Okay. Should we just try to drive them off? I have no real interest in fighting them. They're not why we're here.
Do they have bows now?
It's hard to tell from this distance. They're all bathing, so that all their weapons, if they have any, would be on the beach, but it's obscured by vegetation.
We could kill them if you want, but I suppose it's up to you.
Let's just see if we can ignore them. If they make a move for something, I'll see them off.
All right. If they try making a move, I'll try shouting at them to scare them off.
Okay. Did you give Darth non-silver arrows as well?
No. If it comes to the point where we're shooting at them, I'll probably take the bow and use. I've got 4 steel arrows, or not steel, bronze.
Sorry. Darth has the bow and arrow notched, not firing, but kind of like waiting just in case.
Okay. I'll kind of move over the 4 bronze arrows then, so that it doesn't waste any silver ones on goblins.
Put your bow down, Darth. There's no need to aggravate them.
Yeah. We'll see if we can just sail right by.
They're monsters. They're goblins.
I've killed more than enough goblins for 1 week.
Yeah, we killed about 30 a little while back. I really have no interest in dealing with more.
He slowly lowers his bow. Rhonda looks at you with some confusion in her face, like, what?
The Ashlands, there were 2 goblin burrows out there. We took care of them. It was...
And you start sympathizing with them now?
Not sympathizing, they're just not worth our time.
There's far more dangerous things on this river that I would rather keep my power ready for.
Exactly. I'd rather stay fresh just in case we do run into anything rather nasty out here.
She rolls her eyes. When you come maybe a little farther down the river, the goblins do notice you, and they grab their clothes and scatter.
Okay.
You give them a bow as they run away.
A bow?
Yeah.
All right. You guys continue upriver. Maybe 8 hours later. No, I'm sorry, 6 hours later. It's now mid-afternoon. So you guys are rowing upriver. You spot in the water, or on the river's edge, a group of lizard men. They number about 10, and they are currently devouring something between the 10 of them.
Doing what, sorry?
Devouring, eating.
Neil,
Right.
spellbooks are like magically protected, right? Like they
No.
don't burn or anything like that?
They are they're chemically protected, so they're fire resistant, but they will still burn. And they're water resistant, but if you leave it in a river, it will eventually degrade.
Okay.
They're just slightly resistant to everything.
I say to Darth, can you get a look at what they're eating? It's not your friends, is it?
I don't know. One of the lizard men nudges the others, and they all turn and look at you.
Is it time to fight? Van says that to Malachi.
I don't feel comfortable fighting lizardmen on a boat.
We can always move up to the shore. Leave Wolf with Rhonda, just in case one tries to get onto the boat.
10 lizardmen is a lot, Van. Can you just entangle them from here?
I cannot do that. I don't suppose you can fireball them?
Nope.
Should we just avoid them?
You notice they grab spears and kind of sit low to the ground, but they don't attack, but they hold in kind of a ready position watching your boat going by.
Okay. I say, do any of you speak common?
I put my hands up.
Nope. I just kind of like keep an eye on them. I don't make any move to attack as we go by.
Okay. You go
Darth,
by.
are we? Is this where your
watch.
friends were? Yeah. Darth, is this where you ran into your? Is this where your friends met their end, or is that
Shakes his
further
head.
up?
No, we were another day up the river.
Okay.
All right. Do they let us go past now?
They do. They watch you the whole way, but they don't come out in the river to attack.
It's fine. I think as a default, anytime we're going by monsters that tend to see us in the river, Van's gonna like stand up there, kind of look like a wall with full or plate mail, kind of look as intimidating as possible, or field plate.
So as the day turns into evening, Rhonda tells you that it's probably not safe to continue rowing up the river at night. And you guys are going to have to camp for the night, either on the boat, which is not very big and would be pretty uncomfortable, but arguably safer, or you can pull over to the shore, camp there, which is way more comfortable, but, on shore, so a little bit more deadly.
Well, I can keep watch through the night. I have a spell that would help me with that.
I don't know. I can see merits to both options. Do we have any way of stopping the boat drifting if we make
There's an
a
anchor.
night?
So I can do one all-nighter, right? And then if I'll start taking penalties if I do a second night.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll figure something out around those lines, but I don't mind you guys doing a full all-nighter without any penalties.
Okay, I'll offer to keep watch for the night then, and suggest the others sleep. And I'll tell Malachi that he should take a fireball spell just in case we run into anything, like any big groups of things that need to be taken care of.
I think the slow spell will be more effective against a werewolf, though.
I would agree with that, but I am capable of... Well, I doubt a werewolf would kill me, but I suppose it could kill you quite quickly.
You say what you don't know, man. That werewolf, it tore through us like butter.
If a chimera couldn't do the job, I'm not too concerned about a werewolf. Back in Wake County, it was... Wait, is this Wake County?
No, this is Split County.
Yeah. Back in Wake County, outside of Redport, it's a long story. Well, actually, it's not that long, but... kill the Chimera. No big deal.
Okay.
Maybe that's a
so
story you should tell during the day then. It's been a boring
Sure,
ass boat
or-
ride.
We'll tell you in the morning.
Yeah. For now, you should. I'll go to sleep. I can keep watch for the night.
So we're
Alright.
sleeping on the boat.
I would
Sounds-
prefer safety over comfort, but I would say that's up to you. You're the ones who are going to be sleeping.
Yeah, I'm happy to be uncomfortable. Just make sure you wake us up if anything happens.
Sure. I'll toss my. I've got a winter blanket in my backpack, and I'll kind of throw that down for whoever wants like a little bit of padding on the boat.
So everyone goes to sleep. Let's see if there are any nighttime encounters. Any precautions in particular that you're taking?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Malachi for his staff so that if I do hear anything, I can immediately like take it off and shine it out.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe we should pull the boat up nearer the shore.
Yeah, near the shore. Maybe not like
Still
right on it, but
water,
enough
yeah.
that so that we could like walk out and get to shore without having to swim. So maybe like knee deep in the water at that point.
Okay. Sure. Rhonda pulls the boat over, tells you that the boat will kind of move with the current over the night, so you might be a little farther out or a little closer in at any given point, but you'll average about knee depth.
Okay.
And you guys go to sleep.
I'm staying up all night.
Okay. So, during the night, Van Helsing, at some point during the night, pretty late at night, you hear this kind of ribbiting from frogs, right? Which you've been hearing all night long anyway. Frogs along the river all the time. But you start to hear these kind of deeper
I wake up Malachi. Yeah. So as he wakes up and hears the ribbon, I say, "Bullywugs? I've never encountered any before. I wouldn't know what sound they make."
Like perk an ear up to the...
I pull the cover off the staff and like shine it bright, and shout, "Show yourself!" And I'm gonna see if I can scare it off.
all the ribbiting goes silent.
But do we see anything?
You don't see anything.
All right. I say, Malachi, we may want to get on shore.
Was it coming from the shore, Neil, or the water?
It's just echoing throughout the forest.
I'd feel more comfortable if we have to fight. I feel more comfortable doing it on shore.
I say, like, wiping the sleep out of my eyes. Fine.
The other
Alright.
two are up. Rhonda's keeping low.
What are the dogs
Darth
doing now?
grabs his sword, looks about.
I
Are
hand the
the
staff
dogs
to
on edge?
Malachi.
Okay, yeah, I hold it around. I'm just like shining it in the bushes and stuff, trying to catch a glimpse of these things.
You guys move onto shore, looking for whatever this might be. The forest is still teeming with life, and the river's lapping beside you. Eventually, the small ribbits of normal frogs picks back up again. The deep ribbits don't. While your light does extend, I think, in 30 feet in all directions.
60 feet.
60 feet in all direction. The forest foliage is pretty thick, so you
Okay.
can't really see more than 15 feet out.
I suggest we sleep on shore, and I'll just continue to keep watch for the night.
Ugh, fine. Here, take this. I say, handing him the staff, and
Yep.
I lie down on top of Bear, like sort of. Put my
I'll
head
set
on.
up some kind of fire so I'm not in total darkness, but I don't always want the staff going because I figure that's probably much more of a beacon than, say, a small campfire. So I'll just get like a small fire going so that I can see a decent distance, and I'll pull out the staff if I like hear anything and need more light.
You spend the rest of the night carefully watching and waiting, but nothing comes by. It's the sounds of the jungle.
Okay.
Forest. Deep, dense forest. Halfway between a forest and a jungle.
Yeah. Just wake up, feeling drowsy. Oh, I didn't sleep at all. Let's
Don't say that, Malachi. The gods that be may rule you can't learn new spells.
I want to replace a spell now.
What spell do you want to fire off?
I want to fire off scare.
All right.
So I'm gonna just cast it into the woods like 50 yards away.
Sure. You scare some poor forest creature half to death. You can
It's
hear
it's AOE, so everything in the vicinity would just like scatter away.
You hear some snarling of some creatures, but followed by the sounds of grass and limbs being broken and something moving off into the distance.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what it was though.
So I'm gonna replace scare with levitate.
Today is a little bit cooler because it is overcast and drizzling. Rain comes down just a little bit, not enough that it would be really measurable, but just kind of like a nice slow drizzle all day. You guys are going to be wet kind of no matter what you do, and your vision's going to be reduced slightly.
Just keep an eye out, Duff. Once we find out wherever this tree is, we'll head to shore from there. The dogs start to smell like wet dogs.
Forgot you had the dogs with you.
Yep.
So you guys continue head up river.
Yeah, I think Malachi.
Mm.
Do you think I should save my nap for later, or use it now and take that entangle spell you were mentioning earlier?
I shrug. Depends how tired you are, I guess. Entangle. I don't know. Most of the creatures here seem to have given us a wide berth.
That's true. While on a boat, I think most things would.
You got lucky, man. Encounter bullywugs. Those creatures are fearless.
I think maybe we're just slightly more threatening than you and your friends.
Bullywugs. You do they come from land or from the water?
They attacked us from the land. They had some sort of primitive bows that they were using.
It might not be a bad idea, Malachi.
To what?
Take a
Entangle?
yeah.
Shrug. Depends what you're giving up, I suppose.
I would probably drop either one of my healing spells or protection from evil.
How many healing spells do you have?
I have 4 in total.
Well, I think you could afford to lose one.
It should be. Actually, no. I'll sleep tonight.
Okay.
Worry about this in the morning. I'm not too worried about encountering large groups this far in. Maybe when we're heading back, though.
Keep alert. I don't want you falling asleep on us.
Sure. So I think we're just going to
Carry on down river.
Yeah. Head up river, and then I'll worry about memorizing spells next time.
Sure. 6 hours later, it's been an easy journey, keeping your eye out for things all over the place. 6 hours later, Darf goes, that's it, up ahead. See that large tree that reaches out with the gnarled branch? That's the one that the woman was tied to.
All right. How long ago were you here?
How long ago?
Yeah.
I don't know how many days I floated down the river. Maybe a week
Days.
ago?
A week. All right.
All right.
Ish, give or take a few days.
Rhonda, pull up to the shore here.
She pulls towards the shore. Puts the boat right up against it. Drags it
Okay.
along the ground and gets you guys nice on shore.
Wait here with Wolf. I imagine it would be safer than traveling inland.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you
Well-
would like to come with us.
I'm bringing the dogs with us, Van. If she wants to stay here on her own, then
If you don't have the dog with you, then it might be safer to just come with us. Stay in the back.
She nods, and then proceeds to cover the boat with some bushes, or like drag it into some bush and kind of grab a tree branch and toss it over and give it just a little bit of cover so it's not quite so easy to spot.
So I start checking the ground for signs of blood.
You do see some broken branches over by this tree, and you see some scraps of rope.
Okay. So they were like traveling with gear and stuff, right? Is there any sign of like because it probably would have been in the boat if they had left it in there. So I imagine there'd probably be like backpacks or something somewhere along the ground?
Why don't you guys give me wisdom checks to see what you can find?
All right.
And Darth roll a wisdom check as well.
I pass.
No, I'm just gonna let the player characters do this.
Oh, spawn.
We both
Sweet.
pass.
All right, you find Van in the water, maybe like 3 feet into the water, up to your knees. You see a sword.
Okay.
The long sword has just kind of sunk to the bottom of the river. So you definitely find some gear. You don't find anyone's backpacks though, just the long sword.
All right. What about Malachi?
Malachi, you're looking at the other side, kind of inland a bit more. You don't spot any gear, but you do see some very clear signs of drag marks.
Fun. Over here, look. I say, looks like something was dragged along here. Maybe we should see where it goes.
Well, that's convenient. Drag marks seem easier to follow than tracks.
Where'd you get that sword?
From the river, it was lying at the bottom. How rusted over does it look?
Not very. It's only been a week in the water. Darth comes
Darth,
over. That's my sword!
I found it in the river. Here, and I hand it to him.
He takes it and kind of wipes it off on his clothes as best as he can.
Is it bronze? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Darth. This journey wasn't a complete waste of time, at least. Let's travel onwards. You said there's some scraps of rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I take the rope and
scraps this long.
Yeah. I put it in front of the dogs' noses.
Your dogs are not tracking dogs. They're war dogs. They're not bred for the same thing.
I do it anyway.
Okay. The dogs smell the rope successfully.
Good boys. All right. I put the rope in like my bag or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Van, lead the way.
Sure, and I guess we'll just follow like the big, just like gashes in the earth where these people have been dragged.
All right. You follow the drag marks and proceed into the dense jungle. Forest.
I want to walk somewhat to the side of them, like not directly through them, just in case.
Right, you don't want to ruin the tracks.
Yeah, I also don't want something to like, haha, I set a snare expecting something to follow me. I don't want to deal with that.
I'll hold my stuff high in the air with the light. Okay. Yeah.
The drag marks you guys follow for maybe a half mile, but it's a long half mile because even with these marks, there's still a lot of like foliage and brambles in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point, it kind of splits, so there's 2 sets of parallel drag marks. You can't tell if these were made at the same time or at separate times, but there's now 2 sets of parallel drag marks. That kind
going in the same way.
Yeah, headed in the same way.
Okay.
I hope this doesn't mean there's 2 of them, Van.
Well, a whole group was killed, right?
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, if there are 2, I imagine we can still handle it.
All right.
All right, you guys step out of this, push past some branches and step out into a small clearing. There is a crude hut made out of sticks and branches and leaves. No blocks or mud holding it together, just, created of the branches around you.
Okay. Does it look like the drag marks go right up to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing I'm going to cast Protection from Evil.
Okay.
On myself. That lasts for, I think, 18 rounds? Yes, 18 rounds. So I have 18 minutes of protection.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, prepare yourselves. And what I want to do, I want to burst into the hut. And if anything is in human form, I'm going to cast Hold Person on it.
Okay. So you come up to the hut, you push aside the branches, step in.
I just want to burst through anything I can as fast as possible and look for a human.
You spot a person lying on the ground.
Do they look dead?
How much time are you taking before you cast a spell to determine this?
If I see them move at all, I'm going to cast a spell.
All right. The spell is on the tip of your lips. Creature doesn't move.
I poke it with something, a stick or my sword or whatever.
It just kind of rolls back to where it was.
Okay. I look around in the hut. Do I see anything else?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, you do see some other things. There's a person here. There looks like some old food scraps, some bones on one side. You see a leather backpack that's been spilled open with its contents poured all over the floor.
Okay.
But no other humans or monsters or anything like that.
I say to the people outside to get their backs to the hut, just in case whatever's out comes back. And then I want to start looking through the hut to see if I can find, like, bags, packs, items, anything.
It's just the one leather backpack that's been spilled out, and the contents of it are kind of randomly weird. There's, like, a polished silver mirror. There's a bag of flour. There's, what do you call it? A stick of chalk. There's some candles. There's a tinder box.
No book?
No book. There's a small bag filled with ball bearings.
Okay. I say, this is probably the wizard's backpack. I don't know much about your spell components, but I do know they're weird as shit, and this is definitely weird as shit.
I come and take a look at it all, and I say, it doesn't look like spell components right now. It looks more like a thieves set of stuff. I say, I don't know, Van, this looks more like Krog's bag than mine. Darth, did you say there was one of your party members was a rogue? Good with his hands, locks?
Treasure hunter is the word he preferred to be called. Treasure hunter.
Take a look at this. Is this his stuff?
He pokes it. Oh, that's him.
No, that's him.
Yeah. He goes over and spends a moment with his dead companion.
Has he been eaten at all, this guy?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna head back out the hut and keep a lookout.
Okay.
So I guess this means the wizard wasn't dragged back with the others? Both the drag marks go into this house, right?
Yep. Well, they go up into this clearing area, but then there's a lot of other tracks that obscure the drag marks in the clearing.
Okay.
Maybe, surely this is where whatever this thing is lives.
Likely.
Maybe we could set an ambush.
We could.
So where is everyone? Just so I have an idea.
I'm
I think
at
Darth,
the door.
You're at the door. Darth is inside with the body.
Mm-hmm.
Can the
Rhonda's
three of us
outside.
fit in there? Because I think Rhonda and the two dogs are outside, and me, Van, and Darth are inside.
Okay. You guys hear your dogs begin to snarl and bark loudly.
I look to Van.
I look at where the dogs are looking.
They're outside, and they're
I'm
looking
I'm out
towards
of the
the
door.
forest.
All right, I head out.
Yeah, I'm outside the door.
behind Van.
From the edge of this clearing, which isn't that big, it's maybe 20 feet across, this building's maybe 8 feet in diameter, comes walking out towards you a human in kind of tattered clothes. The dogs growl, their fur begins to bristle, and the person puts his hands up and goes, "Whoa, whoa there. Where are you? Who are you? What is this place?"
We're looking for something that was lost, and you're a werewolf. I have no interest in fighting you. If you can help us find what we need, then we'll leave you in peace.
Look, I'm lost. Where?
It's a
I don't
pretty
believe
dangerous
this-
place to be
I don't-
lost.
Yeah, tell me
Friend.
about it.
Forgive my rudeness, but I don't believe a word of this shit. Help us find what we're looking for, and we'll leave.
Okay, but can you take me with you? I don't want to be out here anymore.
Where did you come from?
Shirebrook.
No. Who do you know there?
That's a weird question. Who do you know in Shirebrook?
I know lots of people in Shirebrook, and it's not
Name
that
a few
weird
of the
a question.
taverns and inns in Shirebrook.
There's the Crystal Cup, the Ogre's Drink. Come on.
They're not real inns right now.
You don't know the names of the inns in Shirebrook, do you?
Hold on, I've lived there since I was a kid.
Alright.
I've gone around the town. Do I recognize those names?
No.
None of them?
No.
Friend, you're talking to someone who was born and raised in Shirebrook. This kind of crap isn't going to pass.
Look, maybe we're talking about different Shirebrooks.
I pull out my scimitar.
Whoa, whoa, no need for violence, man. I've been lost in these hills for a little while now. I had a mining village, kind of up towards the mountains, and I've been
It's not a
wandering-
dwarf, is he?
The mining... Yeah,
No,
is he human?
Yeah.
The mining village was inhabited by dwarves. We've already been there.
No, not the dwarven mining village. God, you guys are really suspicious. Look, just tell me.
A book. We're looking for a book. Where is the book?
A book?
I am ready to cast Shillelagh as soon as I see this guy start to transform.
The wizard's spellbook that you killed. Just like you killed this guy in here. Now, where's the wizard's body and where's his spellbook?
Darf steps out, longsword in hand. Look. I think we got off onto the wrong foot. Maybe we should try this again. He starts to slowly walk towards you, hands still in the air.
Stay where you are.
He keeps walking slowly. My
I cast
name
Shillelagh.
is Jacob.
I cast Shillelagh.
Do you have an oaken cudgel?
Does it...
Doesn't Shillelagh
Okay, hold
require
on.
an oaken cudgel?
I've been able to cast it before without issue, but let me... Shamrock
probably
Claw. No, I do not need it. I just have to pick up some sort of unshod staff.
Okay. So you pick up an unshod staff that turns into a...
Shillelagh.
Okay. So you can get the spell off, but as you start to cast the spell, he breaks into a run and begins to shift into a half-wolf, half-man monstrosity.
Okay.
Alright. I'm casting a spell as well, Neil.
Alright, well, let's start with the initiative roll.
Yes. Fun?
Sure. 3.
I'll do it.
You guys go first.
All right.
Let me go
you
first.
first. Yeah.
I cast slow on him now.
Alright, you go to cast slow. He gets a save?
Yes, -4.
-4, yeah.
Alright. His steps begin to slow mid-stride as he comes towards you.
Cool.
His long brown fur kind of waves in the breeze in slow motion.
I back off as well.
Beady red eyes growling, or staring fiercely.
I shout at Darf and Rhonda to stand back, and then I'm going to charge forward. I'm going to attack him this round, but I'm also going to say as I'm charging at him, if you wish to surrender, turn back to a human. And then I'm going to take a swing at him with my shillelagh.
Roll the hit.
9.
He gets
Does have -4 AC,
right?
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
a miss.
Damn.
Alright. Darf goes at him with his long sword. Strikes home for absolutely no damage.
Hold on, I did tell him to stay back.
You did.
Yeah.
You
he
did
didn't
tell
listen.
him.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Rhonda chills. The dogs, Malachi, they follow
Got him
your
held.
orders.
Got him held. Yeah.
Okay. And the werewolf doesn't have a turn because he's slowed.
Okay.
Initiative for next round.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Okay.
3.
Arnie goes first.
I'm casting Strength of Stone.
Okay.
Alright, I'll give this guy a magic missile, Neil.
What is your strength now?
It is now 1820.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah. So I think I get plus... I don't think my plus to hit goes up, but I do get more damage.
So the auto statter. +1 to hit, +3 to damage.
Yeah, so it doesn't change for... Oh, wait, no, I do get +1 to hit now.
Was your strength 16 before?
Yeah. It was only for 17 plus.
Alright, magic missile.
Yes.
Ooh, 9.
Terrible.
No.
You got the 4 in there.
9 points of damage. Alright, they strike the werewolf in the chest, and he lets out a growl while... What's his name? Darf swings and once again hits the werewolf with his long sword, and then, kind of realizing what's going on and how this is not working, withdraws behind Van just a little bit.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna smack him with... Oh, wait, no, I already took my action this round.
Alright, the werewolf reaches out towards you, Van, with his big, long claws. What, your armor class is 19 or something?
Yeah, I think it's 19 with my shield.
He gets that
got
-4 to
-4
hit with his slow. No.
That's a good spell.
He claws against your bronze armor, kind of
All
raking
right.
it, but doing no damage.
Initiative?
Yes.
What's 10?
He probably goes first.
No, you guys go first.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait, didn't we say that you always lose initiative if you're slowed as well?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so I swing at him with the shillelagh. 16.
That is a hit.
So D8 plus 4 then, because it's a magic weapon. Oh wait, no. What's the damage on the shillelagh?
Should say in the.
There should be a +4 from magic.
1d4 plus 1. Wait. It gains a plus. Okay, is he a man-sized creature?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's 2d4 plus 1.
How the hell do you spell shillelagh?
So it's 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4? Are you serious?
I get the +3 to damage because
What's
of
the
my
plus
strength.
1 for?
It's magic. It's
So what?
considered a +1 weapon. So it gets +1 to hit and damage.
I don't know. It says it inflicts 2d4 points of damage.
It says that it's into a magical weapon that gains a +1 bonus to its attack roll.
Yeah, attack roll is not
attack.
damage roll.
Yeah, but it says it's a +1 magical weapon, right?
It doesn't say that. It just says it gets
Oh,
plus
okay.
1.
Okay, yeah. So it's just +3 to damage then.
Still though, pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I wanted it because of the. I mean, it can hit a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means 2d4 plus 3. Takes 10 damage.
Damn.
Okay. When this blow lands on him, it kind of batters him to the side. His eyes go wide. And his hands, he goes from a nasty, aggressive look to more of like a surprised, what the hell was that sort of look. And he doesn't do anything this turn because he's slowed.
Okay.
Initiative.
Sure.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He goes last.
Yeah, am I able to hold action and then take an action depending on what he does?
You can ready an action.
Okay, I'm going to ready an attack and wait to see what he does this round.
Okay.
Same. I do nothing.
Okay. He shifts back into a human, hands in the air, and goes, "Whoa, whoa! Hey, no need for violence. We're all friends here."
You have a few minutes to get us this book before I end your wretched life.
Look, there was a book.
Speak fast.
I gave it away.
To who?
There's another tribe. Well, there's a tribe out here. I'm an outcast. I was trying to buy my way back in.
How many are in this
book.
tribe? How many in this tribe?
There used to be 12, but without me there now, 11, including the children.
How many children?
4.
You gave it to this tribe?
Yeah, my tribe. Oh, you would probably call us a tribe. We call ourselves a pack.
You think
Can
you
you
would
get
go
us
get
this
it back?
book?
I'm sorry. What?
Can you get us this book?
I gifted it to them.
Is there no way you could get it back?
No, they didn't let me back in. The waste of a gift.
Do they have any interest in gold?
Yes,
Tell them
but
we'll pay
not
them
the
50
same
gold.
level interest as you.
Interest in me?
Well, as you. You know what they would
Ah.
be interested in, though, he says, kind of biting his lips. That woman right
Yes.
there.
She's not for sale.
You'd make a great addition to the pack. You know
Still
how rare
not
it
for
is to find
sale.
another werewolf with red hair? Ugh. He growls, not sexy growl, like menacing growl.
What do you say, Rhonda? Fancy it?
Ew.
Well, where is this tribe of yours?
Seems that the lady's gone.
They live closer to the mountains and the foothills.
Where can we look for them? We want to buy this book back.
This book is really important to you, isn't it?
That man back there, and I indicate to Darf, he's a good friend of mine. That book is dear to him. Consider this a favor from me.
More dear than the friends of his that were so delicious?
There's nothing I can do for them. I can't get that book back, though. How do we find them?
Seeing as we're all nice and friendly like now, I could show you the way.
I kill him.
Why?
My shillelagh's about to run out, and I don't want it to run out.
All right, make an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy at all.
What's the duration of slow, by the way?
1 round per level, I think now.
And you're level 5?
Yeah.
So he was slowed for 3 rounds, and you guys were talking for 2 minutes.
It's 8 rounds.
So I think it still has about a round left on it because my shillelagh has...
8 rounds? Okay, because this is round. This is round 6 right now.
Okay, then I'm definitely hitting him with my shillelagh right now.
So make a roll to hit.
D20 plus 4 to hit. 21.
Ooh, you smash him with it.
2d4 plus 3. 8 damage.
Yeah, you club him in the head, and he drops to the ground.
All right.
Well,
In case chat is mad about that, my shillelagh was about to run out. I did not want to deal with that guy without it.
You don't have to explain yourself to them. You're better than that, Van.
well, that was rather sudden, Van, not like you. Seemed like he,
Werewolves are wretched creatures.
seems like he had a fair deal.
Fair deal, says Rhonda.
I didn't trust that man at all, if he could even be called a man.
I shrug at Rhonda. It's a very important book, Rhonda. I'm sorry. Lucky for you, Van's here. You know, he's got morals and whatnot.
Malachi
She gives you
acts
a
tough.
curious look.
I kind of like start to walk and I say, Malachi acts tough and evil, but he's a softy at heart. Don't worry about him.
So what's the plan now, Slayer of Werewolves?
Well, right now I think we should... Perhaps we should head toward the mountains? 11 werewolves? Do you really fancy dealing with that?
I shake my head, but I don't know any other way to get that book.
I suppose if we go in with magic prep to deal with it. Entangles, fireballs, whatever we can get our hands on.
Yeah, if they all come from the same direction, chances are they'll swarm us from all sides and we'll be torn to pieces.
You can turn invisible, can't you?
Don't werewolves have a good sense of smell? I was going to ask him, but...
I doubt they would immediately assume invisible, though. We'd likely get the element of surprise at least, or we could retreat if necessary.
Darth puts his hand up.
Darth?
You just propose we walk around the forest until we find their I mean, this place is hundreds of square miles out here.
He said toward the mountains.
But look how big the mountains are. That's could be anywhere.
Did he come from the direction of the mountains?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it seems that one.
There might be a path from here through the bushes that he takes when he goes to visit the village.
It's possible.
And if there's not?
Then we give up. We can always come back. Do you have any other plan to find that book?
No, You're right. I don't have any solutions. I should shut up.
No, it's fine.
Uncle always told me.
I have no issue with discourse, but I don't see any other option that we have at hand.
By the way, Doff, if we find this place, how's about in an attempt to make up for your previous transgressors? I'll turn you invisible and you sneak in there and see if you can find this book.
Sure, but what previous transgressions?
Being generally, well, you're indebted to Van for the blindness cure and for stealing your guardian spellbook. Seems that you're a rather selfish man who takes many things and gives very little.
I
mean, he can't really argue with that, to be fair. I have my moments, but I think I'm being rather fair.
Van just kind of shakes his head and says, Malachi can turn you invisible. It shouldn't be too difficult.
And you sneak in there, you find the book, and then...
Be sure to take your armor off. You would make too much noise with it on.
Perhaps you should roll around in shit or something first. Wait, maybe you should roll around on this thing's dead body.
Does this smell like werewolf?
Is there a werewolf smell?
Yeah, I think you guys can smell dog on him.
Well, we've got dogs.
Yeah, let's just have him kind of try to God,
Play
that's
with the dogs a
disgusting.
bit.
Just like rub around on the fucking werewolf body. Like, if he can get that smell onto him, it would probably help so that they can't sniff him out.
He takes off his leather armor, takes off his shirt, leaves his pants on, and then kind of like spoons the werewolf and like rolls back and forth with it for a little while, and kind of like
All right.
needles up against it.
Make sure you really get in there.
Rhonda, could you turn around, please? This is really embarrassing with you watching. She looks the other way, and he, gets all in the fur and everything. And then comes back and puts his shirt back on, puts his armor back on.
Okay. Oh, that was something. All right, Malachi, I'm going to take a quick nap to refresh some of my spells. Afterwards, I can have you take a quick one as well.
Yes. All right. Well, how many hours is it, Neil, since we woke up?
I think you said about 6, so probably 7 by now.
Mm-hmm.
After finding the tracks and everything.
Yeah.
All right. I take I say, Dolph, can I have that short sword that I bought for you?
He hands it back. I won't be needing it anymore.
Yep. I try and cut the flesh of the dead werewolf.
It cuts.
It doesn't regenerate.
No.
Okay. I hand it back to him. It's yours if you want it.
He hands it to Rhonda, who takes it and straps it on her waist.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to head a little ways away from this hut. Probably in the direction of the mountains, but not going all the way there. Just enough to get away from this hut, and then I'm going to take a quick 1-hour nap.
Do you not think that maybe it's safer here?
In the hut?
Yeah. I
A
figure
woman.
that
A woman was the one who did the deed to your friends, wasn't it? Saying to Darth.
yeah.
It's possible that there's 2.
But the local wildlife around here probably knows to stay away from this clearing.
Very well. Let's crowd into the hut, I suppose. I guess we'll crowd inside. I'll take my quick 1-hour nap. Afterwards, I'm going to have Malachi take a quick 1-hour nap, and then we'll just get our spells and be on our way.
All right. Let's do that on the other side of our break. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
Bye.